welcome back. Proto Impact here. Brian, Adam, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about one of our favorites, upselling and cross-selling. Adam, this is kind of your go-to, so walk through what is upselling and cross-selling.
Yeah, so it's all part of the sales flow, right? And what the goal is always for any new small business, right, or even existing, it's to create a sales flow and process that is repeatable, right? That
Love
you
it.
can then pass on to somebody else. Or if somebody else just needs to do it real quick for you, they understand the flow. What it also does is it allows you to hold yourself accountable and to not just discount to close it quick, to not be lazy, right? And so upselling, cross-sell, upselling, and we're going to use McDonald's as an example here because it's the most common. It's, would you like to make that a large, extra large, biggie size? What, I don't remember what they call it. That's an upsell, right? So it's, you want more of what you're getting. And that should be a process.
Build it into the flow.
Into it.
That was the key that I heard you say.
You want more of it.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Might as well get more now so you don't have to come back later. Great. And then the next part is cross-sell. And so that is the apple pie.
Yep.
Right? You get the meal.
Boom.
You want the apple pie. It totally doesn't compete at all.
Hey, you're hungry.
Yeah, or you want that. Yeah.
Do you want dessert?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Love it.
And so that cross-sell option, it's getting that additional sale, increase the revenue and the profit at the point of sale. And it's having that process in place so that you ask those questions every single time.
Every single time.
Yep.
Beautiful. One thing that I'll add is there's also a component of upsell, cross-sell that people kind of before you get there. The reason this is so valuable is because you're capitalizing on a customer that's already there. Okay? Cost to acquire is huge. So once you got them, we'll use the McDonald's, as our anchor here. Once they're in the door, no, you want to make their experience and time that you did the hard part already. Capitalize on it.
Exactly. That is why it's part of that top 20% is, if you don't have this process in place and all of a sudden your ad campaign works and you're busy, all of a sudden you're turning and burning everybody for the one thing that you advertise, that one product line or whatever it is, and then they're gone. And now you have to go do another campaign for the other stuff. But this is the key. Before you market or advertise, this is a way to increase your revenue outside of that. So what you're doing is you're maximizing your revenue at that point of sale.
Love it. Love it. And of course, we talked about pricing a little while ago. If everything was priced great, so then all these increments are hitting the bottom line as well. Great. Walk us through, what does that work really look like?
It's really about understanding what your products are and how they work together, and understanding that customers or your clients' mindset of saying, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I might as well get this out of the way, right? And presenting it in a way that is a benefit to the client or customer. Small business, we don't get to lie, steal, or rip people off, right?
Yeah, it's corporate America only.
Yeah, only corporate America gets to do that. So, but we don't, right? Because we live in this town, right? I don't want my car getting keyed outside of the Piggly Wiggly. Just kidding, we don't have Piggly Wigglies around here. And we help our friends, family, and neighbors every day. That's what we want to do in a way. And I always say this: what is good selling? Good, the best salespeople I've ever met and know, they identify what the person wants and they give it to them, and it's a great deal, right? It's not about manipulating people into getting things they shouldn't or don't need. It's about just getting people what they want. So a true upsell, cross-sell methodology is getting people additional stuff of what they want. And a key part here of what that work is, it's that system, and it's at the point of sale. It's not while they're still figuring out what they want.
Yeah.
They got what they want, and then at the point of sale is when you introduce this to the client.
Yep.
And it's for them, but it's also for you. It's a win-win.
Absolutely.
Right?
I can think of a bunch of examples. TV, you could sell a TV mount, and
you need the cables. If you get home and you mount the TV and you don't have the cables, man, that guy was a jerk.
Yeah.
Sucks. I got to go back. So you're doing him a favor, really, right?
Yeah.
One of the best parts of this too that I want to drive home and it's also part of the work, is when you have a main anchor product, you are loading all your overhead costs into it. And so think of a restaurant where you have a main single product, a bowl or a main entree, and then you add like chips and a drink to it. Well, guess what? You really don't have to include overhead as part of the price or what profit you're going to get anymore, because that main product held it all. And so now you got $2 profit on the bowl, but then you sold a $5 meal deal and with a $2 cost. So now they took their profit from $2 to 2 plus 3, $5 in profit for that one customer. That is over a 250% increase in net profit just by doing this process.
Without any cost to acquire.
Huge.
Awesome.
Right?
Bring it home. What are some of the most common mistakes that you see?
Common mistake is trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, right? Where it just doesn't fit, doesn't feel organic, and kind of doing it just to do it, right? And so the key there is to really do it for the client, right? It's like, who doesn't want a drink with their lunch or their dinner? Everybody does. So are you selling to them, or are you really like, they've already came here, they already bought. Now you're just making it a better experience by offering the drink, because then if not, they're not going to enjoy the meal as much.
Yeah.
Right? Especially when you look at like the wine pairings and everything. It's like it will actually accentuate the experience that they already bought. You're just making it better for them.
Love it.
So that's a key. That's a mistake. Second is not just make it a process. How do you make it a process? Record yourself doing a role play, and now that's your training method, right? You don't have to remember to teach everybody or whatever. Just watch the video real quick, and now they know the process and they know what they are. And
failure to execute. Like, it's in your mind. I think my people do it, but they don't.
Yeah, get everything out of your mind and put it somewhere so that you don't have to be there all the time.
Here's one that I see a lot is almost kind of presenting your product like there isn't an upsell. There isn't a cross sell, and it's like, no, you didn't do the work to figure it out. Put yourself in their shoes and say, what pairs with this? From a creative, that's the real journey.
Yeah, well, and if you're contracting, if you're somebody you're like, I don't have an upsell or cross sell, it's like, oh, okay, but what do people want? They want it done in a certain amount of time. Hey, I could prioritize you to the front of the line, maybe, or get it done in less time. I could give you more resources.
Yep.
And that's the upsell. Hey, I'll put an extra guy on the crew so we can get it done sooner. I'll pay for that.
With contractors, I coach a guy to come up with a 20-point inspection, just following the Jiffy Lube, by the way, of like, hey man, no, help them identify future work to be needed. Give that as a value, and then of course you're offering, hey, do you want to schedule any of this?
Well, I'm here. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Same with repair shops. We say that all the time.
Yep.
So
awesome, man. Thank you for walking us through upsell and cross-sell. It's a great way to drive revenue. And if we've done our pricing, it's also driving profit. So
exactly.
Great. Thank you guys for coming along for this ride. And we'll see you again soon. Pardo Impact signing out.
Get back to work.
Be great.